How would you describe yourself?
That's
a hard question.
We talk in like 3 words. I am loyal and introverted. And oh my God, I'm so hard on myself all the time. Anxiety, like, oh my God, like what's gonna happen if I fail this test? Like I'm never gonna get into the college I want. I'm never gonna get a job. Like, what if I'm not good enough? Like, what if I fail? And so when I first heard about like having to do a travel talk, I was like, there's literally no way that I'm ever gonna do that.
Morning, everybody.
Whew, this place is beautiful. Hey.
Good morning, Pomfret.
And that was difficult for my family and I.
So this is me verbally saying, I promise. I don't mean that I promise to always be happy. I mean to always try. We are lucky that we get to be the architects of our lives.
A lot of people think that boarding school is where you send your kids when you don't want them at home, but I chose to go away for school, so it's not the case. Since I've been really young, I wanted to go into law, and I knew that if I wanted to go to the big schools that I wanted to go to, I'd probably have to push myself academically.
No injuries. I heard a lot of stories from my dad growing up about Pomfret. But I remember hearing about him and 3 of his friends just loved playing soccer at Pomfret. It felt very like a dream, standing in a stadium surrounded by people. I was like, that's what I want to do. My dad definitely likes the fact that I'm in a way following his footsteps. Whether he'd ever admit something like that, I'm not sure. I was planning on playing varsity soccer as a freshman, and then 2 weeks in is when I broke my leg. My worst injury by far on any level. The full scene where you're picking up your leg and your foot's dangling off the bottom, it was bad. Soccer was really my plan, and then that is shattered in a way. As a freshman, the school requires one to do an activity. I was already late to the decision making. The only option was to do theater. At first I was like, we just gotta get this over with.
And up, and don't forget to find your inner pizzazz and down.
All right, ladies, let's focus on the things we talked about today. Tomorrow, meet in the trophy room, 2:30. Destroyed Deerfield?
Yeah.
Team! Okay, let's do some more high balls.
She's been my coach for the past 4 years. She definitely pushes me a lot. But she's like a second mom. I texted her on Mother's Day, and then she texted me back and made me cry. It was so sweet.
I had known people that went to prep school, but every prep school is different in itself. For students of color, there are a lot of horror stories in prep schools and just with them not being treated the right way. Hadn't heard anything about Pomfret, but it also was always in the back of my head that something could happen at any moment in time. And that alone just made me take the backseat to everything else.
Unfortunately for me, the winter term is the only term they do a musical. I have 2 songs that I'm the main in. Knowing that the whole school is going to be watching is a pretty crazy feeling.
And then you go straight to this.
Wait, do you know how to sing?
No.
On Monday, last Monday, when people were giving their chapel talks, my friend looked over at me and he was like, you know that's going to be you in a week, right? And I was like, why would you say this to me? Like, that is the worst thing you could say to me right now. I don't have anything written. I don't know what I'm going to write about. And time is running out. I was like, oh, okay, like, this is what I'm going to start writing. Like, the ideas are just going to come to me. I wrote, this is stupid, deleted it all. I'm like, okay, like, the ideas are really going to come to me now. Like, delete it, X out of the Google Doc, watch BoJack Horseman. Okay, like, I have, like, 3 days to figure this out, or else, like, I'm really going to be in deep trouble.
Yo, 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 over the mountainside.
Miss Jolly told me to do is do what's unexpected. Like, I need you to surprise the audience. Like, jump all around, shake your head, swing the mic around like a baseball bat, and like get the audience on their feet and stuff. Like, I was like, wow.
Get out of your head, get out of your and all that I want is, what the heck?
I mean, I didn't go to boarding school, but I do know what it's like to be the person who looks like us, who goes to school with people who don't look like us, right? And I think your way of navigating things is that you don't have to isolate yourself all the time. And I know that's hard for you.
Before Pomfret, I had gone to public school for my whole life, and teachers taught. They did what they got paid for, but they didn't really care about who their students were outside of a math class or a reading class. They didn't really pay attention to, oh, that student came in quiet today.
That's okay. You don't have to talk all the time. That's fine. You can sit in your corner, but not 24/7. I can go to voice with you if you want to, or something, like anything you want to do, I can always go with you and help you.
Yeah, so I lost my dad when I was 12. Well, okay, I feel like if I try and state the facts, I can't do it in a serious way.
So the humor is a defense.
Oh my god, yeah. Like, if I'm not gonna cry about it, I might as well laugh about it. Like, I don't know. I think that's like why it's like so scary, because like not a lot of people know that how it's like actually affected me. Like they see like that I joke about it or like I laugh about it, but they don't like actually like really know anything, I guess.
But you're gonna talk about it in front of the whole school.
That's the plan. Unless I make a last minute switch, but that's the plan.
Tomorrow will be the first showing of the Academy, and we don't know if we're going to pull this off.
Still are going to.
I always have had that sense of wanting to prove to my parents that I can do it. In a way, it was channeled through soccer, proving to my dad that I'm capable. Of course, he would never tell me that like he's disappointed in the fact that I broke my leg, but I felt disappointed in myself that like I wouldn't be able to like live up to like this soccer dream.
Get out of your bed, get out of your head,
that segment was called, the Hawaiian.
All right, good morning, everybody. For our warm-up today, we're going to start with 3 problems that are going to require you to factor trinomials.
I was the type of person to take the back seat.
Why don't you two make your own problem?
But her telling me that my voice has purpose. That's when I actually opened up. I personally don't know what I'm gonna talk about yet. When I realized that I had people here for me that actually truly cared about my well-being. But this blue right here is definitely... Honestly, I think that was when I started to blossom.
Good.
In doing that, I met some of the people I trust and love the most in my life.
Happy birthday, dear Linda.
Yeah, it's kind of unreal that 4 years have gone by this fast.
I know they tell you it's gonna go by fast, and then
none of us believe.
Yeah, and then it does, and now you're here. You know.
I feel like I just...
I don't know. I don't know what's so scary about it. You're leaving your mark on the school, I guess. I still remember certain ones that really impacted me, and I just want to be able to do that for somebody else.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
One day to go.
Oh my God, I know.
Are you so excited?
Yeah.
What are you most nervous about?
I don't know. It's kind of all of it. So I feel like otherwise I will.
And I hope that you honestly recognize the person and the young woman you're becoming, because it's so much more than what I think you imagined. Okay.
Oh.
Don't make me cry, MK. I remember when you arrived, I thought, I am not sure this kid is
I didn't think I was gonna stay. I was like, oh no.
Good morning, Pomfret. Good morning. Your first chapel speaker, Emmy Marshall and Owen Dooley. Enjoy.
You feel it in your heart first. Its beat speeds up and gets louder in your chest until you can feel it in your ears. Your hands start to get sweaty, and maybe you're shaking a little bit at the thought of what is coming next. What happens next? Do you run? Do you stay and face it? October 15th, 2016. It was the perfect fall day when I found out that my dad had passed away the night before. For me, everything just stopped. The sun rose the next day. People went to work as if nothing happened, while I was living a nightmare. As I mentioned before, it's something that's important about me and to know about my life, and it explains a lot as to why I am the way that I am. But it's not the only thing that defines me. In the end, though, this isn't a speech about my childhood fear of the dark. It's a reminder that life is short, and we do not have much time to gladden the hearts of those who travel with us. So be swift to love and make haste to be kind.
No, I'm so proud of you. You have no idea how proud I am of you. Your growth is incredible. And I hope you know that we're so proud of you.
I love you.
We have a big conversation at Pomfret about the difference between fitting in and like belonging. Fitting in is basically like you change yourself to belong in a group of people. Belonging is you are your authentic self and that people appreciate you for that. I feel belonging in the theater department. Every single student there accepts you for who you are, your authentic self.
That one's good.
I'm a theater kid. Full out, I'm a theater kid. No shame in it either. Yeah.
Recipient of the Paul M. Rosenfield Class of '67 Cup and Theater Award, Kaya Samuel Horvath. Recipient of a Faculty Award of Distinction, cum laude, Mary Kate McHale Marshall.
My freshman year, I was like super different than how I am right now. Fear sort of like ruled my life. I was like so worried of what other people were thinking. I like folded inwards, I guess. She just kind of like saw me for who I was. The reason I'm so like comfortable with myself and like who I am is because like she allowed me to be.
Honestly, it's been like an eye-opener that I'm gonna be a senior next year. Time went by in a blast. It also puts me in the place where I'm like, now it's your turn. I hope to be that person that people look back on their high school experience and say, wow, what would I have done without Linda? See my campus? No, you don't have to put that in there.